we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now.
Coach from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Luck. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Here's Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, it's Love. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Caught left side by Hilton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing is Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Fresh off the pick six, it's Luck. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Now it's Luck, being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. To throw is Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Okay, easy. Check out. 290. 12.
A shotgun snap for Love. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Love. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, it's Long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for the Ravens. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and goal, Collins. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
On. 1, 6, 3. 52. Color. 11.
Now a first down throw. Locke. He sets to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go. 180.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Luck on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Out of the gun, Luck. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super tough.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Check out. 12.
2nd and 10, Luck again. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Hurry up, here we go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Here we go now.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. To throw again is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now Love. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
12, 12, 12.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. From the 50, it's Luck. Buying time to his left. Wilson snags it left side. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Luck. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Go ahead.
To the air again, Luck. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Throwing again is Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Jackson to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Jackson on second down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. First and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Collins. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll go with the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. This time, Jackson will throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On second down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, it's Love. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Derek Rivers in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Middle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jordan Jenkins coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st down, it's Long. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Hines. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That one caught by Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, Luck. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Jackson will throw again. Dancing to his left. Now he'll escape to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Luck. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Rivers in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
You're right.
Off of play action. Luck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll fake it. Now Luck. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Monday.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Derek Rivers in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Jackson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Luck on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing now is Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And another timeout taken by the Colts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It was only as missed a punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up.
He's got him in, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.